An invisible figure came to Laura's bedside and slowly crawled under her covers. Laura thought it was her husband, Carlos, so she didn't turn around. Instead, she just kept beating herself up over her mistakes. But when she turned over, she saw a silhouette of someone in the bathroom. It scared her half to death, and she quickly told her husband beside her that there was someone in the bathroom. The bathroom light suddenly went out, and the door handle slowly turned when she saw it was her husband coming out. Laura sat bolt upright, but there was nobody next to her. She desperately tried to explain to Carlos, telling him the bed was still warm where someone had been. But clearly Carlos didn't believe her. He just thought his wife was hallucinating again. 3 more months flew by, and Carlos had had enough of Laura being paranoid all the time. He figured once they left this place, all their problems would be solved. But after they had a huge fight, they still ended up going their separate ways because of their son. The next day, Laura, nearly at her breaking point, went to her childhood dormitory. She figured since her son said his friends were all here, she should definitely be able to find some clues in this place. So she tentatively asked, "Where are you guys?" The moment the words left her mouth, a window nearby suddenly dropped, as if giving Laura some kind of hint. She quickly pulled up the cushion under the window and opened the wooden board underneath. Sure enough, she saw several familiar names on it. After she removed the wooden nameplates with the names carved on them, several dolls were neatly arranged inside. She immediately understood. They were playing a treasure hunt game with her. So she grabbed her own doll and placed it inside. Sure enough, the next clue appeared. When Laura picked it up, it was actually a photo of her and her son together. But that photo was supposed to be in the album. Not daring to think too much about it, she quickly found the photo album they kept at home, only to see a long withered flower pressed inside. It looked like they'd anticipated this move a long time ago. Laura immediately went back to the flower bed by the door and found another clue in the flowers, a castle pattern sewn from scraps of fabric she'd used for her son's bedding. So Laura went back to the bed sheet in the closet, and from there she found a candy wrapper her son had been collecting. She vaguely remembered the last time her son showed her his treasure box. This wrapper was in there. Clearly she'd guessed right again. When she opened her son's treasure box, there was now an extra doorknob inside. But the strange thing was, Laura couldn't remember where she'd seen this doorknob before. She could only run through the entire house, comparing them one by one. Finally, with no other options, Laura remembered the tool shed, because that's where a lot of old unwanted furniture was stored. But after comparing them all, she still didn't see a matching handle. Just as Laura was about to lose it, she turned her head and noticed Benigna's brooch sitting next to the cement bags. That's when Laura remembered. 9 months ago, that very night, Benigna had made that noise in this very room, which meant there had to be some kind of secret hidden here. She quickly moved all the cement bags aside, and sure enough, a locked wooden door was revealed inside. Since she didn't have a key, Laura had no choice but to force the lock, eventually even using her leg to kick it. After breaking through the boards, Laura crawled inside with an oil lamp and pulled out several cement bags from within. But when she looked further inside, there was nothing there. After all that, had she been overthinking things? But then some dusty, ash-like material caught her attention. Laura picked it up and looked at it. Wait, why did this thing look like human bones? Now, Laura couldn't worry about anything else. She quickly got up and dumped out all the remaining bags. The remains hidden inside finally saw daylight. But clearly, these bones weren't Simon's. They belonged to Laura's childhood friends. The very kids who'd gone missing according